Before we get into this beautiful, beautiful divine message, let me tell you how I got this message. So, I was just doing my thing around the house, minding my business, and I noticed my son, he was watching this show. It's called The Sunny Bunnies. It's a show for toddlers, right? And let me tell you, these bunnies, they're like different colors. They're so cute and they're just so chubby. And it's so cute. And I love cute things, but anyways. But yeah, I was instantly pulled in. I didn't even plan to watch it. But then the title of the episode popped up, right? And it said Fireflies. And as soon as I saw that, something in me just knew I needed to watch. I needed to stop doing what I was doing and sit down and watch this, okay? My higher self told me to sit down and watch the whole thing. And honestly, I am so glad that I did because what I received from this and the perspective and the way how I was able to break everything down and see it in this beautiful way is something that I just need to share with you all. This beautiful message in a simple yet powerful story. Okay, one that speaks to the journey of self discovery, healing, and embracing the unknown. But first, I'm going to show you guys the exact clip that I watched. It's about, I think, yeah, it's about like 3 minutes, I believe. But yeah, I want you to watch the whole thing, okay, with an open mind, with your inner child, and maybe you can gain your own perspective on it. See if there can be any messages that come through for you. But after we watch this clip together, I'm going to break everything down for you guys. And it's just so beautiful. Okay, so let's jump in. Imagine this, a group of little playful beings, pure, full of curiosity and wonder. They're just traveling together under the night sky. These beings, the Sunny Bunnies, they represent the inner child within us, all of us, unafraid to explore, open to joy, and eager to chase the magic of life. But like all journeys of self discovery, there are moments of uncertainty, right? As these Sunny Bunnies, as they move through the park, their eyes fall upon something strange, a bush shaped like a monster. In that instant, one of the bunnies felt the emotion of fear. The mind perceives the unknown as a threat, the way we as humans often do. But what does the bunny do? It keeps going anyway. That moment is a mirror of the soul's path. So many of us fear what we don't understand. We fear our own depths, our own shadows, the parts of ourselves that haven't yet been explored. We fear change, transformation, and the mysteries of life itself. But fear is only powerful when we allow it to hold us back. Like that bunny, we must move forward, even when something seems frightening at first. Then comes the moment of light. The firefly appears. Fireflies carry deep spiritual symbolism. They represent self illumination, guidance, and attraction. They remind us that our inner light is meant to shine, no matter how dark the night may seem. They teach us that even the smallest spark of inspiration, joy, or truth has the power to guide us. Fireflies, they also symbolize hope, the unseen magic of life, and the ability to navigate through darkness by trusting our own glow, our own light. The bunnies, they are captivated by this light, drawn to it instinctively, just like us. Our souls are drawn to illumination, to wisdom, to anything that awakens something within us. But what happens when we try to hold on to that light too tightly? The bunnies attempt to capture the firefly, just as we sometimes try to grasp and control the things that inspire us in life. When we cling too tightly, whether to an idea, a relationship, or even an identity, we risk distorting its true essence. And then something powerful happens, right? More fireflies appeared, drawn to the energy of their own. They unite and transform into a giant mouth that says boo, a moment of pure, unexpected self expression. Okay, because when it turned into that mouth, the way how I perceived it was self expression, and self expression is very important here because you are here to create, you are here to self express. If the soul is not expressing, you're just going to be depressed, okay? Because you're supposed to be creating, you're supposed to be expressing thyself. And here is where the deeper lesson unfolds. Self expression is a divine act. Like I said, we're created to express, to feel, to create, to move energy in all its forms. When we suppress our voice, our truth, our creativity, we block the very essence of our soul. A soul that cannot express itself will begin to feel lost, heavy, even lifeless. That's because self expression is life force in motion. Whether through words, movement, art, love, or any other medium, we are meant to let our souls breathe freely. Okay, but what happens next is key. So, the fireflies don't just scare the bunnies away, they chase them and they form a net, trapping them. In that moment, the bunnies have no choice but to surrender, right? And as soon as they release the firefly, they too are set free. This teaches us another profound truth. Letting go is key to liberation. I'm going to say it again. Letting go is key to liberation. When we try to hold on to what is meant to flow, we create resistance. But when we release our fears, our doubts, our need for control, we open ourselves to harmony. So the fireflies were never the enemy. They were never something to fear. They simply mirrored back the energy of the bunnies. And in the end, when both beings surrendered, they found peace. They coexisted, surrounded by the soft glow of the moon. And what does the moon represent? Intuition, the subconscious, the deep knowing within us. This entire journey, the fear of the unknown, the fascination with light, the chase, the surrender, and finally the harmony, mirrors our own path of inner child healing. It reminds us to let our inner child wonder, to remain curious, to embrace the unknown rather than fear it. It tells us to follow our intuition, to release control, and to express ourselves unapologetically. It encourages us to remember that joy, playfulness, and creativity are not distractions from the spiritual path. They are the spiritual path. The inner child is the closest part of us to source, its creation, because it is pure, it is free, and it does not question whether or not it deserves happiness. It simply just is. It simply exists. Okay? It simply exists in it. Your journey is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you have always been. It is about healing the parts of you that have been afraid to shine and embracing the full spectrum of your being. When you allow yourself to explore, to express, and to trust the unfolding of your life, you will find yourself exactly where you are meant to be, sitting in peace under the moon, surrounded by the glow of your own light. Let your inner child lead the way. You were never meant to live in fear. You were meant to create, to express, and to be free. I wanted to pull on it, right? And so I had grabbed the chakra oracle deck and I shuffled, and the impasse card came out. That's no coincidence. Spirit speaks in symbols and synchronicities, in moments that seem too aligned to be random, you know? And in the same way, the bunnies travel through that wooded area, all curious, playful, and even open to discovery. The collective is walking that same path spiritually. This is the journey of the inner child, reclaiming its light, stepping into wonder, joy, and self expression. And that's why I just, the fact that I was led to even watch that, like everything is clicking. In our readings, we've been talking about creativity a lot, okay? And this has a lot to do, what karmic energy is trying to stop that. And so when this card came out, it reminded me of that. I was like, damn, like everything is aligned. But what happens when we walk a path of light? There will always be energies that try to block that way. That's exactly what the impasse card represents. Karmic energies that sense, that feel the shift, that see the collective awakening, and their goal is to create resistance. Karmic people, karmic situations, and energies show up when we're on the brink of a breakthrough. Okay, they come in different forms: manipulators, doubters, distractions, toxic cycles we thought we had escaped. Their presence isn't always obvious at first, but their energy, it serves a purpose though, to keep us stuck, to make us feel hesitant, to create fear illusions. Now, look at how this aligns with the bunny clip. The bunnies, they were on their journey, following curiosity, embracing their sense of wonder, just like the collective. But before they encounter the firefly, remember that bush that was shaped like a monster? This is that impasse card. Okay. The monster bush represents how fear is often placed in our path. before we reach illumination. It's an illusion, a shadow meant to deter us, to make us question whether we should continue. That's what karmic energies do. They try to keep us in survival mode, to make us afraid of exploring the unknown, of trusting ourselves, of stepping deeper into our spiritual truth. But what happened in the clip though? The bunnies that got scared kept going anyway. That's the key. We are being tested to see if we will let fear stop us or if we will move forward despite it. Karmic energy only has power if you give it. But when we push through, when we continue down our path, we reach the light, which is the firefly. Okay. And not to mention, this impasse card is orange. It is orange. When I tell you, when I shuffled this came out and I seen that, and the way how it was looking and the color, I wanted to freaking scream, you guys. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra, the energy of creativity, passion, and expression. Bitch, when I tell you this shit is so connected, so aligned, I was like, wow, this is a deep, deep ass message. What did the butterflies do in the clip? What do they represent? Self expression. Remember when they formed into that giant mouth and they spoke? It's like they moved together. It's like they existed in their light. And what is the goal of karmic energies? To silence us, to suppress our energy, to stifle our creative power. Karmics want to be an impasse. That's their ass. They're the freaking impasse card. Okay? They want to be that in the collective's journey because they know that once the inner child is fully awakened, fully activated, oh honey, it's unstoppable, okay? Your inner child is the closest to source. It's creativity. It creates freely, loves freely, and is unafraid to express. That is divine power. And karmic energies fear that power because once we embody that, they can no longer control us or influence us. This is the moment where the collective must make a choice. Okay? Will we let fear stop us? Will we allow karmic energy to create stagnation? Or will we step forward anyway, knowing that beyond the illusion of fear is our own light? The bunnies ran when the fireflies turned into a mouth and said boo, right? But what happened in the end? They realized there was nothing to fear. They surrendered to the experience, and in doing so, they found harmony. That's the message Spirit is giving. The karmics can try to block or stop the path. They can try to make us afraid. They can try to create illusions. But the only way they succeed is if we let them. Keep going, keep creating, keep embracing the journey. Because once we see past the illusion, we'll realize we were never truly trapped. The only thing standing in our way was the fear of the unknown. The only thing standing in our way is ourselves. We could be our own enemies. This journey isn't just about healing, it's about reclaiming freedom, creativity, and the right to express our souls fully because that is our birthright, it's expression. The bunnies made it to the other side of the fear, and so will we. This message is about breaking through fear, healing your inner child, and stepping fully into your power. The fireflies represent illumination, self expression, and spiritual guidance, while the bunnies, they symbolize our inner child, our innocence, our curiosities, you know, our journey, our inner child's journey. The fear of the unknown, the monster shaped bush, it was just an illusion. Just like the fears and blockages karmics try to place in our path. The fireflies uniting to create the big mouth symbolizes the power of self expression because when we fully express who we are, we align with our divine path. The karmic energies showing up as an impasse reflect how they want to block this healing journey. But they can only succeed if we let fear stop us. Your inner child is key to your spiritual freedom. It holds the curiosity, imagination, and fearlessness needed to embrace your divine path. Fear is the weapons that these bitches use, okay? But it only has power if you believe in the illusion, okay? It's like what I always tell you guys, the mind is the most powerful thing. The fireflies, your intuition, higher self, and spiritual guidance are always there to remind you that the unknown isn't something to fear, but something to explore. Self expression is part of your purpose. When you suppress it, you feel lost, trapped, stuck, and disconnected from source. But when you embrace it, you unlock joy, happiness, clarity, and divine alignment. At the end of the day, this journey is about embracing your light, facing your shadows, and allowing yourself to grow, embracing your authenticity. Your inner child was never meant to be silenced. It was meant to be free, curious, and creative. So keep walking your path, no matter what illusions try to block you. Trust your intuition. Express yourself boldly, fearlessly. Fuck what people have to say. And watch how spirit clears the way for you. If this message resonated, please let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your guys' thoughts. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join our soul tribe because we're all in this journey together. And until next time, stay aligned, stay fearless, and keep shining. Peace. All you gotta do is say yes. Nothing on what you feel, baby, address you.